matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL and touch.
A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown.
Yeah, his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's Howell to throw on second down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long, here's Howell. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep for the Jets, Mecole Hardman. He'll take it at the 42. A very good return there, giving an even 20 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Well, the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, had the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing now is Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Great way to convert on 3rd down there, 21 yards to play. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On the sneak, Rodgers. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 17 carries, 73 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
After 1, 7-0. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Howell.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. Touchdown, Washington.
Mo Alley-Cox, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
The give now to Abanikanda.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The Jets at 9-5 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. That ain't going to be tough to beat in this one.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
This 2nd and 4. Abanikanda once again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Israel Abanikanda with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want.
And the defense, they get to Howard. Will go down here. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
2nd down. Howell now.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Here's Hardman to return.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing is Rodgers.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. Wow, that is incomplete.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson,
37 yards.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
So we are at halftime here. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On second down, it's Abanikanda. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third down, here's Abanikanda. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the ground, it's Abanikanda. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it with Abanikanda. 20, 10, touchdown! Israel Abanikanda with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Powell. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll go play action. Powell. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Here's Abanikanda. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Back now in Austin. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 20. 191 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. And now here's a carry heading left. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll go for it. It's Abanikanda. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. 1st down, Howell to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. It's Howell with another throw. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Powell, another throw on second down. Oh, he tries to force it. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their home